1.2% higher on the Taiwanese index.
And on the Bank Nifty, I mean, the all-time high of 151, I think is the resistance to take out to cross.
The Entertainment reported a revenue growth of 9%, which was ahead of our estimates.
Q4 was an excellent quarter for us in terms of dispatches and deliveries.
Page Industries numbers were an absolute shocker. They saw a revenue decline of 13% on a year-on-year basis.
So as expected, the market is in buy mode.
One needs to be a little cautious on the IT services front.
We are very strong. We have no reason to believe that our performance will be any weaker.
Plus, the numbers were better than some of the brokerage estimates that we were working with.
Automobile, for example, there's been a pickup in automobile sector.
Up about 0.4% now on the benchmark indices. The Nifty has hit that 18,400 mark, almost there. In the quarter gone by, it's a 10% margin for the sixth consecutive quarter that TVS Motor has seen. The NCLAT has set aside the NCLT order directing NSE and BSE to review the grant for the NOC.
The markets continues its up move, so it's a 115-point uptick on the Nifty.
Well, that was a day so far. You're with us here on the last edition of Closing Bell for this week. We're coming to you from the CNBC TV 18 Motherwell Oswald studios. And I'm Prashant. With me, my colleagues Rima and Surabhi here in the studios. Guys, hi. And Nigel, as always, joining in from the newsroom floor. Nigel, hi, afternoon. This is a repeat of last Friday, I must say, because last Friday we had almost exactly similar kind of day. I mean, not tracking hour to hour, but broadly similar. And I'll tell you why. Last Friday was the last time that the Nifty tested the 20-day moving average and then saw a nice bounce after that. And then, of course, we know what happened over Monday, Tuesday this week. Yesterday, we had a similar kind of price action. The Nifty tested the 20-day moving average, closed above it. The Bank Nifty did something similar. It broke below the 20-day and then came up above it. Today, we are not reaping the rewards, but you kind of are seeing some strength. In the morning, we were saying how perhaps the market, after, two tests within 5 sessions of an important short-term reversal level, having defended it nicely, may have some unfinished business on the upside, and that is playing out in a very, very smooth way since the morning. Higher and higher highs through the course of the day. We are at almost 18,500. I mean, they're almost there. So, which, by the way, also means that we're very close to the swing high, the previous swing high on the Nifty. And that is, I'll just tell you where the level is. I think we're almost there now. I mean, 18,500 and maybe 10, 20 points more, and you will start to project high levels. I mean, if you look at beyond levels from here, you've got the all-time high at 18,887 or so. Just a few other things. The Reliance is contributing in a big way. It's adding about 40, 45 index points to this move, the 170-point Nifty move. FMCG, the index is at a high. HUL and ITC are participating. And IT, large cap IT stocks on the Nifty at least are doing very well. Broader IT stocks are also doing well. Broader indices are good, 0.5%, 0.6%, mid cap and small caps. And, that's the market picture. There is also, of course, a little bit of optimism that perhaps when we come back on Monday, we will hear progress on the debt deal, or maybe, at least in principle agreement that this debt thing needs to be pushed out at least till after US elections next year. So I think, there is a fair bit out there which markets will watch. But for now, it's a very nice, clean run we have on our hands. Surabhi.
By the way, the auto index is at an all-time high. So is the Nifty FMCG index. And now watch for the Nifty Bank, because the Nifty Bank today has crossed that 44,000 level. And if you remember, last Monday, the Nifty Bank had almost got into its all-time high levels. We said for all practical reasons it had, and that level was 44,151.7. So that's the level you're going to be tracking on the Nifty Bank, and we are about 130 points away from all-time high levels on the Nifty Bank as well. So the FMCG, Auto did it before. FMCG index has done it today. Now we're going to watch whether the banks can do it.
Well, I think the bulls kind of have started June off on a pretty optimistic note. They've started the series in style. The question is, can we build on? But Prashant, completely agree. I mean, I think what's different is this is the third time we've approached this zone. But the level is much higher. There's almost a gap now because we were stalling at around 18,450, 430 thereabouts. Right now, it's a clean sweep up to almost 18,500. Let's see if we can get a close above that. That would, of course, instill a lot more confidence. And the other good aspect of trade today is that all parts of the market, nearly all parts of the market are participating. You've got plenty of legs. You've got Reliance, you've got metals, you've got, of course, IT that's been contributing, and banks have come back with a bang. Look at the Nifty Bank. It's done nothing through the last 4 sessions. Today, it's finally decided to put up its hand and say, guys, you're having this party. I'll finally join in. The Nifty, of course, is up 1.5%. Mid-caps have been the story of the week. And that's an interesting contribution played. All the banks on one side, as the market looks like perhaps it's in the mood of a big breakout. One more point. Today, if you're looking at the Nifty tally, there are only 2 Nifty stocks out of 50 which are falling by more than 1%. That's the extent of the momentum that we're seeing on the upside. So this is a wide move. It has momentum behind it. And we need to see if we can get a decisive close above 18,500. That's the key question. And whether you can follow that up and sustain there. That's the question. Getting there is one part. We've done it before. Being there is the bigger issue. But Nigel, I guess the bulls won't complain for sure. Of course, mid-caps, we've got some accidents here and there, but largely speaking, I guess the mood's good getting into the weekend.
Well, that's right. You know, Surbhi, this is a market that's still very, very light. It's not very heavy. That's what we made at the point at the start of today, that it's still less than 1 crore shares on the Nifty now. In fact, that number has gone there. But the start of the series, that's on lighter terms. So that's pretty good news. I think today there could be some big cash market buying because this market is not net short any longer. So let's see whether or not that takes place, because the way we've been moving up, we just pull up that intraday chart of the Nifty, we're just moving from strength to strength. So it appears there's some big flows that are coming in there. Only word of caution is the PCR has now moved to around 1.35. When I send these graphics, it was 1.31 odd. Now it's at 1.35. So put writing has become a little bit too easy now. You have the 18,400, 18,350, 18,300 put, all of them very, very active in today's trading session. So a fair bit of writing is what we are seeing at those particular levels. If you're looking at one level on the upside, maybe 18,575, that'll be the next stop that the bears will want to protect, because we're seeing a fair bit of action at around that 18,500 odd mark. But if we can end anywhere close to these levels, well, the bulls will be very, very happy going into the weekend, expecting some kind of positive outcome on the global front. And the first day of the series, you always like that. But, before we